Yo, what up, guys? Um, I'm making another video. I'm back with another video. I'm just here to speak my mind again like I've been trying to do, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, something pretty interesting happened this week. And I don't know how to feel about this. This is a new experience that I want to share, a new experience that happened to me that I don't really know how to explain, you know, because for a while, I'm gonna say, oh, I wasn't really getting much. I wasn't really getting much attention from girls like that. It was kind of. I noticed it was overlooking me a lot. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But what I will say, right, is because I felt like I wasn't getting attention. So that's what I'm saying. But what I'm really starting to see now is that I'm confident. I'm more confident than I used to be. I'm more out there. Um, just making these videos and talking to y'all, really expressing my thoughts is really helping me figure a lot of things out. And I've just seen this one thing, right, where I was just thinking that I don't know. I feel like I'm not really making a point. Let me clarify myself, right? Shit, fucking remote fell. Damn. And yeah, and this year I decided to actually go to prom. I said, fuck it, I don't got a date. You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna just do it. And I'm chilling, I'm dancing, I'm cooling. And then, I leave prom. And then I just post this picture on the gram. I just post my prom pictures. And I noticed something. I'm seeing girls putting all these hard eyes, looking like they're excited to see what I just posted. I'm like, damn. I knew I looked fly. I knew I looked sharp. But it's like, damn. I didn't know all I had to do was look sharp. I didn't know all I had to do was just have that shit on and feel myself. It's not even just that I had that shit on. I was really like in the moment when I took those pictures. I really felt like I was that guy, and I wasn't really tripping too much. I was chilling. Seeing that is just insane to me. It's diabolical. It's insane, you know. And now I'm thinking, right? Maybe this isn't what I thought it was. Because for a while I was overthinking everything. I was overthinking being scared, being stuck in my head. But at the end of the day, I think if people like you, they like you, right? You can never force nobody to fuck with you. You can't. That's from experience. And now I'm starting to see, for you guys who are socially awkward, for anyone who's kind of socially awkward around females, girls, whatever, I'm starting to realize that the ones who like you, they like you. You just gotta know how to find it. You just gotta find it. Ain't no point in trying to force anybody to like you or force anybody to want to talk to you. Ain't no point in doing that. You just gotta live your own life. Just do what you gotta do, man. Just walk every day like you got it like that. Like you're the shit. Like what I was saying before. And I'm starting to do that now. I'm starting to, even when I feel nervous, I get nervous. The truth is I get nervous about something every day. And I've been battling that. Even recording this video, I felt like what I had to talk about wasn't that crazy, right? But I'm still just putting a camera on my face. I'm still gonna record. I'm still gonna speak my mind. I don't care. I'm letting go of the fears and anxieties of the fact that, okay, my video doesn't sound like, maybe I don't know what to know what to talk about, or my thoughts aren't fully fleshed out. But you know what, man? I'm saying fuck it. You just gotta say fuck it and just do it. Oh yeah, yeah. Now I know what I really want to talk about. Cause I was thinking about motivation, right? And the fact that you know how some people just have that killer mentality. How some people just they know what they want and they're driven. It's like a certain mentality that certain people have that really achieve certain things, that really are able to build a business, or they're able to really just, what I would say, just do something, achieve. Basically, people who are high achievers in life. I noticed that they have a certain mindset. They think of things a certain way. And you can think about this. Let's say you seeing a guy who seems to get girls, and you seem like you don't. Just pay attention to how he thinks about himself. Pay attention to how he walks, how he talks, how he thinks. Just pay attention. And you would notice, and I'm starting to notice, is that these guys, they kind of have a delusion to them. They have a certain mentality that, no matter what happens, what goes bad, what goes good, they know that they're that guy. They know that they're that nigga, just like that, despite everything. And even if you feel like you don't look the best, you're kind of fat, you're out of shape, you know, you're probably your stuff is not fully together. You have to have the mentality that change is possible and that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. But it's something that you just gotta feel that. You just gotta feel that, man. You gotta know in your heart that you can do this. You gotta know in your heart that you can achieve what you want to achieve. You gotta know in your heart that you're the shit. No amount of motivational videos, no amount of self-improvement is gonna make you feel how you want to feel. It's not gonna make you feel a certain way. Yeah, you might get a motivational spike there. You might get excited. You might see a crazy story. You might see um, this guy explains how he made $1 million the other day, and he explains what it took for him to get there and how he had a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of heartbreak, girls playing him, going to the gym. That makes you probably motivated for a little bit, but for a little while. But you gotta find in your heart what pushes you to succeed. Actually, you gotta find in your heart. You gotta find in your heart a reason to keep going no matter what. Because, a lot of times you're gonna be scared. I'm scared. Truthfully, I'm scared to make videos and upload to this freaking channel. I'm scared, bro. I got a lot of fears. I'm scared to speak my mind. But you know what, man? I'm saying fuck it, because fear is just fear. Fear is not facts. Remember that. Anxiety, the fear, the things that you think about, the things that you are scared of, they're just programmed into your mind because that's your brain's defense mechanism to protect you. It's to protect you from perceived danger. You know, you're doing something outside of your box. Anxiety is just it's just the effect of doing something or being in a situation that's outside of your box, outside of your shell, outside of what you usually do, outside of your routine. I take anxiety as a sign of growth. I take fear as a sign of growth. You know, I still naturally have a, you know, I still naturally have a dislike for when I have anxiety. Whenever I get nervous, whenever I start to overthink, sometimes I start feeling negative towards myself. Like, I've came so far, I've accomplished so many things, I've been through so many things. But why the fuck am I still being all nervous and scared? Why the fuck am I still kind of bitching up? And then, you know what? But every time I do that, every time I beat myself up because I was nervous, because I had fear, because my fear probably overpowered my motivation. Every time I beat myself up over that, all it did was enhance the fear and anxiety, because you realize, because I've realized something. My brain's natural way of coping is to get anxiety and is to get nervous, is to overthink. But I'm overthinking the overthinking. I'm overthinking, trying to stop the overthinking. It's like I'm using fire to take out the fire. That's freaking stupid. You can't use fire to take out the fire. It's just gonna make the fire bigger and louder and burn brighter. You gotta use, what do you use to take out fire most of the time? Water. So, how are you gonna stop your anxiety? How are you gonna stop that? First, what I'm seeing is that you gotta identify it, right? But what people get wrong is that once they identify it, they feel like they need to get rid of it. Truth be told, trying to get rid of it, struggling with yourself to try to get rid of it, because you believe it to be a problem, that's only gonna enhance the fear. That's only gonna make you more terrified and more scared to do it. First of all, fear is kind of a narrative in your head about yourself. I feel like trying to remove it only enhances this grip on you. If you can just accept that you're scared, and that's not something that's easy to do. When I say just accept it, I'm not saying it like it's gonna be the easiest thing in the world. That's a lot of pain. That's gonna be a lot of times where you start to doubt yourself. A lot of times where maybe it's overwhelming and you don't know what to do in that situation. You don't know what to do. But in those times, you gotta forgive yourself. You gotta remember that the fear and the anxiety is kind of part of the growth. It's part of what's gonna propel you further. It's gonna be the thing that launches you to whatever you're trying to do. Be as it may, like something like you wanna start up something. You wanna go to the gym. You wanna lose like 100 pounds because you're overweight. Or you wanna talk to this pretty girl you see across the street, but you're a little scared. Your brain's kind of beating you up over it, or you want to make this big investment. You want to open up a business or something crazy like that. Whenever the anxiety kicks, those are the times where you're gonna start getting anxiety. Whenever you're doing something that's big and out of your comfort zone, you're gonna get your brain's gonna resist it. You're gonna start doubting yourself. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna fail? Is it gonna do this? Is it gonna do that? Is this gonna be the problem? You're gonna start overthinking every single problem and possibility. But what I'm realizing in recent times is that, the more you overthink these problems, the more the problems kind of persist, and the harder it is for you to get out of that hole. You're gonna be, it kind of builds a deep hole that you're gonna kind of be stuck in. You're gonna be, it makes a lot of bullshit happen to you. And I think the truth is that the reason, you see, out of all these things I noticed is the entire time I was just speaking, did I ever say that you didn't achieve these goals because you didn't want to, or you're struggling because you don't want to? The desire is there, the desire for change is there. You just are too scared and too hesitant to just go out there. No amount of motivation, no amount of videos, no amount of nothing is gonna make you approach the girl you want to talk to, or no amount of motivation is gonna motivate you to lose weight. No amount of motivation is gonna motivate you to wake up early. Nothing. You can't. Honestly, you just gotta do it. That's the thing. You gotta do it. You don't have a fucking choice. You just gotta do it. Motivation is cute and all, right? It's exciting. It's it seems exciting, right? You're watching you're watching a guy with $1 million tell you to wake up early, do this, do that, the third, and then you'll get it. And and then you get excited, you get motivated, but that shit dies down when things get hard, when things get scary, when things get risky. That just dies. That's why I say, in my opinion now, as far as I came in my life, you can't use motivation to get what you want. Motivation is just excitement, but what happens when it gets hard? What happens when it gets nerve-wracking and nothing seems to work? All that motivation just dies. All motivation is just it's just it's just you remembering what you want. But you gotta know what you want at all times though. No amount of motivation is gonna, well, yeah, it helps you get into what you're trying to do. It helps you say, yes, I have to do this. I gotta make that money. I gotta wake up early. But it doesn't make you wake up early. You still gotta wake up early. You still gotta just go ahead and do it. It's just to make you riled up and make you excited and make you just want to achieve what you want to achieve. But it's not exactly something that's gonna make you, it's not gonna just make you all excited and shit. I mean, no, it is gonna make you excited. I don't know what I was saying there, but it's not something that's gonna make you stick through the pain and stick through the frustration, the anger, all that. It's not gonna, just, that's what I'm dealing with, right? Fear, fear is one of the biggest things that kind of make or break you, right? Fear, if you notice yourself procrastinating, it's because your brain is kind of protecting you from doing something that makes you uncomfortable. Why do you procrastinate when you're, let's say you're at school, right? Why do you procrastinate when you have an assignment that's due and you don't feel like that's due the next day or due a certain time? Why do you procrastinate? Because it's something that's going to be difficult. It's going to be something that you got to actually try on and do and struggle on. That's why you procrastinate. Or it's something that you really don't want to do. And you got to ask yourself, is this something I really want to do? Or is this just something that I feel like I have to do because I have to do it? Because I feel like I have to do it. Is this something I really want to do with my life? Yeah, but this is making me think a lot, man. It's making me think. I'm learning a lot. I gotta post again, y'all. 'Cause this is getting insane. This is making me realize that, overthinking is just, it doesn't really make things happen. The only thing that happens is action. Action, literally, action only. Action. Yeah. And it ain't no point in beating yourself up over it. Over fear. You just gotta say fuck the fear and move despite the fear. That's something I'm finna keep on doing, man. Everything I'm preaching right now, I'm practicing every day. This life I'm living right now, every day is a freaking test. Every day is a challenge. Every day is like something to move me to a different direction. Yeah. That's kind of why I upload on YouTube. YouTube reminds me of what I'm even trying to do, of what I want to do. But, I chatted for a little bit, y'all. I hope I'm not too quiet and y'all can't hear me, but no. If you made it to the end, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. I really do a lot. All right, y'all. I'm finna stop for today. And I am hella tired, right? I woke up early as hell today, earlier than I have in a minute. And I've been just thinking about what I gotta be doing. All right, y'all boys. I'll see y'all boys in the next video, all right?